Hey there, hey everybody. Thought I'd make a video about what pisses me off in America. I saw this was an article or a bit of news that unfolded over a couple of days. I know most of y'all probably aren't auto racing fans, but I'm not as big as the one as I used to be. But I sat there and watched the Indy 500 the other day. And if you don't know, they build the Indy 500 as America's premier race, or maybe the biggest race in the world because it gets almost 300,000 people attending. And a Japanese guy won it. And it happens to happen on Memorial Day weekend. I thought it was a pretty good race. There were a lot of good wrecks, a lot of lead changes. It wasn't predictable, which some races can be very predictable. Of course, I guess that's true about all sports. But yeah, so a Japanese guy won it, and it was the 101st running of the Indy 500, and it's actually older than 101 years because they took a couple years off during the World Wars. I don't have the exact data for you, but it might be 105 years old now. And so yeah, so the news article was, or it wasn't an article, but it was an article about a sports writer for the Denver Post who posted that he felt uncomfortable because of a Japanese guy won the race. I mean, because it's the Indy 500, it's Memorial Day weekend, and all that stuff. I'll get into it in a little bit. And whenever I read that, I was like, oh, jeez, oh, God, this again, these idiots. And then I woke up this morning and checked the news before I headed off to school, and I saw he'd been fired. And then I was like, oh, jeez, oh, God, these idiots. So a microcosm of what I hate about America is it seems like, I know I'm stereotyping or whatever, but I believe that stereotypes are based in truth or they wouldn't exist. The guy who's like, the sports writer, the first emotions that I felt was like, God, I hate these Americans, these, USA, USA, USA. I remember like the Women's World Cup, whenever the USA women's team kicked the shit out of Japan, and people were putting nuclear bomb pictures on Twitter and stuff, and it was just like, I don't think it should be outlawed or anything like that, but I found it pretty distasteful. I guess I have a soft spot for Japan. I don't know. And nuking people's pretty serious. And you have to think, no Yankee cities ever suffered, really. Some southern ones like Atlanta have, but yeah. So, yeah, and it's just like these type of people, it's like these America love it or leave it people, America's never done anything wrong. I don't even get into the whole Memorial Day thing. Okay, it's cool that you were a soldier. I have respect for that. That's, especially if you're like an elite soldier, airborne or Marine or Special Forces or something like that, That's actually something that's pretty, they have to go through a lot of shit to achieve that. They don't just hand that out to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. But I have the same thing about, like South Korean soldiers or, the best in the Bundeswehr or something, yeah. But these people who believe that, Americans have never been wrong. America's never done anything wrong, and if you disagree, you're some sort of communist, lefty, whatever. And they get kind of annoying. It's like, first of all, I don't believe that shit, like I just saw Trump said the other day, when he's not the first one to say it, but thank you for giving us our freedom. And see, I'm a history buff. I have my minor was in history, European history, but I don't read history like I used to, but I'm still pretty much into history, and I just can't help but notice that after every war, we're less free. I haven't seen one war yet where we were freer than we were before the start of that war. I'm not aware of that ever happening. Oh, I just can't buy into that bullshit. And then there's the one, like every drunken ex-soldier policeman, you know, the USA type, will tell you, you know, your stereotypical Republican, like, if it wasn't for them, we'd be speaking, you know, fill in a language now, Japanese, German, you know, or Arabic, Persian, and you just fill in the blank here, you know. And one thing I have noticed is that America is starting to speak another language. Spanish, you ever heard of it? Well, where's all the anger towards that? Oh, I don't believe for 1 second that Japan or wherever wanted to ever, you know, Germany ever wanted to invade and conquer America. And I don't think they could have ever done it. In fact, the country that posed the greatest threat to us, the USSR, we never went to war with them, and we actually helped them in World War II. So it's just those people get on my nerves. It's just like, shut the fuck up, go read a history book. You know, like, America's shit does stink, just like everybody else. America is not some special nation. Kind of pisses me off. And then, so I wake up today and I see dude had been fired. And then it was like, oh Jesus, the SJW crowd, the fucking stupid fucking leftist. Where, you know, you say something that's even interpreted as even a slightly bit, you know, racially insensitive, sexually insensitive. Hell, there was even some dumb Asian bitch at fucking, where was it, Stanford or something, that shaved her head just because the people have hair privilege, and she wanted to stand in solidarity with, you know, cancer sufferers who lost their hair due to chemo. Hair privilege. I mean, seriously, hair fucking privilege. Like these SJW cunts that fucking, you know, fight the power. You know, my dad, you know, bought me a Mercedes for fucking my 16th birthday. We live in a $500,000 mansion. You know, I can't spell the word hood. Never been in one. And, well, fight the power. I'm a left-wing radical anarchist. You know, whatever. It's like, fucking, you know, I go to a fucking Ivy League school, or one of the, you know, Cal Berkeley or Stanford or Columbia. Well, I guess Columbia's Ivy League. You know, it's like, hey, fuck you, cunts. You don't even know what fucking suffering is. You know? Never had a job or type shit, you know? And then, like I said, and you're supposed to get fired. You know, they want to dox you. They want to, you know, get you kicked out of your university. They want you to get out of your job. If you say something that violates their moral standards. And to me, they're the modern day witch hunters, or the modern day evangelicals. You know, they won't leave you alone. You know, it's like the old definition of what's the definition of a evangelical Christian or a Puritan? Somebody who's not happy if you're having fun. And that sounds to me just like the SJW crowd. You know, or they have this worry that somewhere someone might be having fun that doesn't fit their rigid moral code. And you just get so, like, fuck you. I can say whatever the fuck I want. I mean, I'm not going to say politically incorrect shit on here, but, you know, me and my buddies are out drinking and we want to tell jokes about, you know, whatever. That's SJW say we shouldn't tell jokes about. I mean, fuck you. And yes, me and my friends will kick your fucking ass too, you know. It's not like threatening us isn't gonna scare us. But to me, that just like encapsulates America. You got the dumb fucking right-wingers. Oh, USA, you know, love it or leave it, or, you know, this dumb shit. And then on the left, you get the fucking SJW crowd, which America's, you know, horrible white man, oppressive patriarchy, capitalist, you know, what's all their fucking terms they use. And you just get like, I hate that place, man. I really do. It's just when I think about it, you know, I mean, Germany's got its fucking problems too, but you just sit there and think about it. And it's, I don't know. It really kind of pisses me off when I see such things. And to me, that's like America in a microcosm. You don't meet many people who are in the middle, you know, or maybe have some conservative values like gun rights, or think capitalism's okay, or but not all, you know, USA, American flags all over the fucking place, Hulk Hogan type bullshit. Or they're all fucking far fucking leftist, blue-haired feminist bitches with fucking horn-rimmed glasses and blue hair and hairy legs and hairy armpits talking about the patriarchy or some fucking dumb shit. You know, studying African studies or women's studies or LG studies or whatever, you know, you're just like, oh God. You know, most of the time I don't even like being around Americans, because I know there's either one or two ways they're gonna go, and both of them piss me off almost equally. I mean, I guess if push came to shove, I'd rather be with the pro-USA crowd, those guys, because at least they're manly, you know, they like shooting guns, they like trucks and four-wheelers and hunting and drinking beer and all that shit. But it's just marginally less that I dislike them compared to the SJW crowd. I think both parties deserve each other, actually. I don't know. That's my 2 cents on it. Perfectly describes what the hell I think about America. Alrighty, that was it. I got it off my chest. Till the next post. See ya.